So I'm going to leave you with this last graph, which I think is one of the most important. Why do we think we can find more? Take a look at this. I was trying to think of a way for investors to grasp, to sum this all up, is this. Years, major discoveries. Peñoles, Teck, IMSA, Teck, Morelos Norte, Ana Paula. All right. I plotted, what did I do? Totally subjective, right? That's the call you guys make. You talk to us and say, gee, he seems like a good guy. It's obvious he's a good guy, or it's or he's subtle, or what. Okay. Obvious, less obvious, subtle, blind. Blind meaning not exposed. Obvious meaning there's the ore body cropping out. Everything in between. Start with Peñoles. Bermejal Norte, pretty obvious. Bermejal Sur, pretty subtle. You notice the trend. Takes longer to get to the subtle stuff, human nature. Same thing, Nukai. We started with the obvious. Drill out the Nukai deposit. Hello. 500,000 ounces additional? Great. Okay, fine. What are all these? These are all the blind ones. Nukai, Conchita Norte, all right, and Independencia. Completely blind. Took a while to get there. There's the trend. IMSA was a little bit, Grupo Mexico, a little different, because when they asked me to come help them, and I basically took them into where I knew stuff was, and I said, drill here and drill here. So that didn't take a lot of time to get into both of those. But Teck, when they went into Morelos Norte, for example, same sort of thing. El Limon was fairly obvious. I mean, there was workings, outcropping, skarn, mineralization of the surface. That was fairly obvious. But what was not obvious was Los Guajes, and as Fred and Roger here can attest to, Roger Scammell and Fred Stanford. Your view changes over time. All right, you go from obvious to less obvious. Finally, one of probably the best example, because you like that slope. Look, Ana Paula, gold core, drilled a fairly obvious target. Here we are years later, a new strike is hitting the, you could call it blind or nearly blind, okay? Look at the trends. Now, philosophically, I've got to close with this. All of these have obvious components. Now, do we really believe that in an area that has potential, everything's going to be obvious? And I would argue, no. I would doubt that. Seriously, as geologically, I can tell you that's an absurd proposition. So I would say we are moving into the next realm with Minaurum Gold, New Strike, Citation, other.